When did a simple favor turn into a full-blown disaster? My cousin Jessica asked me to be her wedding photographer last minute because her real professional photographer got severe food poisoning from some sketchy sushi place downtown. I'm not a professional photographer by any means, just have a decent DSLR camera I use for travel photography. But she was absolutely desperate and offering to pay me $300 cash up front. The wedding's at this incredibly fancy outdoor venue with perfect golden hour lighting streaming through massive pine trees. Everything's going incredibly smooth for the first 2 hours of the day. I'm getting some genuinely amazing shots during the preparation phase, candid emotional moments of her getting ready with her 6 bridesmaids, the groomsmen goofing around and adjusting their matching bow ties. I'm honestly thinking maybe I missed my calling as a wedding photographer. Then comes the actual ceremony portion. I'm positioned perfectly at the stone altar side, getting beautiful wide shots of the entire processional. That's when my expensive camera starts making this really weird grinding noise during the emotional vows. I ignore it initially, thinking it's just the autofocus working hard in the changing light conditions. But it gets progressively louder and more concerning, like metal scraping violently against metal inside the camera body. Suddenly, thick gray smoke starts billowing dramatically out of the camera during the ring exchange ceremony. The entire heavy lens assembly falls off and crashes loudly onto the stone ground during the traditional speak now or forever hold your peace moment. Everyone in attendance turns to stare directly at me as I'm frantically trying to reattach this expensive telephoto lens that's now shattered into 3 pieces. The wedding officiant pauses mid-sentence awkwardly. Jessica's face transforms from pure bridal glow to absolute horror in seconds. Her new mother-in-law shoots me the most withering death glare I've ever received. I panic completely and grab my phone from my jacket pocket, but it's totally dead because I forgot to charge it overnight. I start desperately asking nearby wedding guests if anyone has a working camera. This elderly uncle sitting in the back row hands me his ancient flip phone from 2006. It takes decent pictures, he whispers helpfully. So I'm documenting the most important day of her life with a tiny Motorola Razr that has a pathetic 0.3 megapixel camera. The quality looks exactly like it was taken through a dirty fish tank filled with murky water. The ceremony continues while Jessica's mother makes aggressive throat-cutting gestures at me from the front row. The groom's entire family is whispering loudly and pointing in my direction. I'm sweating profusely through my expensive rented tuxedo. The maid of honor notices my struggle and slides me her brand new iPhone, but it's completely password protected and she's too far away to unlock it. I'm typing random number combinations while they exchange their custom rings. That's when the groom's enthusiastic 8-year-old nephew runs up with his mother's massive iPad. "You can use this for pictures," he announces loudly enough for everyone to hear. Now I'm awkwardly crouched behind a wooden pew, taking wedding photos with this enormous tablet, holding it high above my head like I'm filming a crowded concert. The device is so large I can barely see around it to frame shots. The kid keeps shouting unsolicited advice. "Make sure you get their faces and turn the flash on." I somehow managed to get through the rest of the ceremony with this absolutely ridiculous setup, feeling like a complete amateur. But at least I captured the kiss, the ring exchange, and the recessional processional, right? Immediately after the ceremony concludes, Jessica rushes over frantically, still trying to remain polite, but clearly extremely stressed. "Please tell me you managed to get all the important moments." I confidently show her the iPad screen, scrolling through what I genuinely thought were dozens of beautiful ceremony photos. Every single image is a completely blurry close-up of my own confused face. Turns out the camera was stuck in selfie mode the entire time. 47 photos of my bewildered expression and absolutely 0 shots of the actual wedding ceremony. The marriage lasted exactly 8 months. At the divorce hearing, they specifically cited bad omens from day one as contributing factors. Jessica still refuses to speak to me at family gatherings.